And we're live. So, welcome everybody to the Pacific Rim US Scrum. Here today it's me, Vijaya, Patrick, and Amy. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good.
Good?
Yep.
Nice. So, let's start with you, Vijaya.
Yeah, I updated the authorization matrix. I have the spreadsheet now. If we have time, I'll show it after the check-in parking lot.
Okay. Do you have any blocker?
No,
No? Okay. Good. So, Patrick.
Yeah. So today I put together a PR for a Jasmine test I added for the JavaScript for job category. See, that was merged just a few minutes ago. That's great. I spent some time reviewing the pusher architecture from my prototype that I put together, and I realized I'm gonna have to change that a little bit. I've got pusher in a library module, and it actually contains domain logic pertinent to our application, so it doesn't really belong in lib. So I'll have to refactor that a little bit, and then continue to push it forward in the way we talked about yesterday. And then I started reviewing Salim's PR related to Job Company Association edition, and I'm about halfway through that at this point. No blockers.
No blockers. Okay. So, Amy.
Okay, so since we last checked in, I worked some more on my job seeker story. I fixed the UI bug that was bothering me last week. I updated the look and feel so that it matches more closely the wireframe. And I tested the case manager and job developer features with different scenarios by hand. And now I'm working on the automated tests, and I need some help with that in the parking lot. And also in the parking lot, I'd like to demonstrate what my stuff looks like now.
Okay. Do you have any blocker beside the issue on the test?
Issue on the test. That's it.
That's it?
Mhm.
Okay. So for me, I've been looking into PRs. So I'm working on PR or two, I don't remember. I've reviewed the PR from Salim, and I created myself a PR with a change on the Java side that now it will crunch when you upload the resume. So we're just missing the check between jobs and resumes. The Java part should be almost all complete. And that's it for me. So, anyone want to add anything?
Nope.
No? Okay, so would you want to go? Who wants to go first?
I will go first with the
Okay.
pick up.
Okay, so Vijay, did you say you want to go first, right?
Yeah,
So just shoot. Are you going to share your screen so we can see what you've been working on?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My screen is not. It is not activating. It is.
uh, Currently, we're still viewing you.
Is it the same Google Docs that we looked at yesterday, Vijay?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you continue to have trouble, I could share it, or one of us could share it. But you're usually able to share your screen.
this is the link I pasted here. You can check the.
Yeah, it need to be you, Patrick.
Yeah, I have to
Share.
remove the other controller that is the. I only keep it the action. I remove the all the company controller.
Just a second, Vijay. Patrick, can you share your screen with it? Because I don't have access and I cannot share it. I don't have permission to see the document.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm looking at it now. Let's look at it, Vijay. I don't see any changes. So maybe you made. Let me show you what I've got, Vijay.
Okay.
This is what I'm looking at.
No, not that one. I changed it.
So you must have another Google Doc that you started
Yeah.
with? Okay, so I guess I can't see it then.
She sent a link, but if that's a new link,
It doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't open. That link fails.
it's a new link, and the link we don't have permission to access it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll put a letter to that ticket. Get the link.
Okay.
Yeah, Patrick, whatever the you shared document, I have not any permission. You only. Then I copied from there. I developed my own document.
Okay.
I edit the
I
file.
thought I gave you edit permission, but that's okay.
Yeah. I had to go to school. After that, I will add this one to the 205, and you guys can see it. And based on your comment, I will update the document. Is it okay for you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so then we will review it from
I'm also writing the document based on the controller actions. I will share that one Monday. If you like it.
Okay. Okay, then we will discuss it, both of them, during if you share it on the channel during the weekend, the one that you're already doing, we can already do some comments during the weekend.
Okay.
If not, we'll talk about it on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I will do it.
Okay, so Amy, the stage is yours now.
All right. Okay, so since last time, I changed this up here, this div under your information, to have the label and the contents closer together.
Sorry, Amy. Can you guys see your screen?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I can see it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
I can't, but
you can't.
I see your image just popping. Okay.
Sorry.
If you guys can see it, I'll just wait.
Okay. All right, so the changes here are the labels and the information that the labels are for are closer together. The format of the last login has been changed to a less complicated format. The case manager and the job developer you see here, they both work, they both pull the names. They also work individually for searching the case manager and the job developer. Before, they only worked for agency people being empty. The pagination has been fixed. I no longer, and now they're separate. Both of these searches work past week, which is actually 3 weeks now, and since last login, although since I stopped and started the server, that makes my login like now, so there's no results for that search. So I'm starting to automate the tests, and let me make sure that I'm on the right branch here. Yes, I'm on the right branch. All right, so to set up the automated test, it's a little bit complicated. Shoot. All right. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to set up the job seeker, the agency, and the agency people. And then we have to verify programmatically that the search for the job developer and the case manager each return the value that they are supposed to return. And I've been doing it through the UI. These are kind of complicated roles and relationships to set up, and I haven't done a lot of work with them, so I need help with that.
So what's not working for you, or you've not tested this yet?
I haven't tested it. This is in a model spec because the function's in the model, but possibly it should be in the controller spec.
It depends on what you're trying to test there.
I'm trying to, well, I'm testing the same thing, but it could be tested from the model or it could be tested from the controller.
But is it a model function that you're testing?
I'm testing a model function, yes.
Can you show the model function?
Do you want to see the model function?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is it.
And the function you're testing is?
These functions, the case manager and the job developer.
Okay.
So I actually need 4 tests, one for each positive case and one for each negative case.
So on your model test there, you could go back to that. So you're creating agency and a case manager and a job developer person, looks like correctly, you're giving them the right roles. Your last line there under job seeker person dot agency people, the relationship between a person and agency people is through a model called agency relations.
Okay.
And that model is actually, that intermediate join table is actually a model in and of itself.
Okay.
So just like when we created, you and I created those functions to actually have the job, an instant method, so you could say job seeker dot job developer, job seeker dot case manager.
Okay.
We're going to have to define methods to assign a case manager to a job seeker and a job developer to a job seeker, because we have to go through that intermediate model, which also has to be manipulated.
I'm sorry, did you say that we have yet to develop the function that assigns a job developer to a job seeker?
If you look at your job developer, your job seeker model, you could bring that up. Yeah. So we have these functions that return the case manager and the job developer.
Yes.
For the job seeker, which are lines 13 through 19. We're going to have to define methods that actually assign a case manager to the job seeker and a job developer to the job seeker. So we have to build special functions, just like we did these getters. We have to define a couple of setters.
And we need to define these setters as part of the test?
Yeah, you're going to need them as part of your test because you
Okay.
have to assign a case manager to your job seeker that you're trying to create in your test. We don't have a function that allows you to make that assignment easily.
I'm confused. The reason why I'm asking so many questions is that I was able to assign the job developer and the case manager through the application.
Job developer and the case manager.
Yeah, it works in the application. Let me show you. It works here. So I can go, this is how I did it. I went in here, right? And I went into Edit Person. And this is going to take a while because I'm doing a, but then the edit screen comes up and it offers the opportunity to check one of these job seekers for the relationship that you're going to have with them. So my test person is down here at the bottom, Jane Kilpatrick. And for, let's see, who's this for? This is Chet. So Chet is, I made Chet the case manager for Jane Kilpatrick. Though it's not showing up here, which is a little weird. And not for, and I made somebody else the job developer for Jane Kilpatrick. And they both showed up.
Yeah, they do. So I wrote that code. So what we have to do is look at the code behind that view when the commit or the save is hit. And in that, you'll see that I'm assigning a case manager and or job developer to the job seeker that's selected in the checkbox, right?
Okay.
We'd have to look at that logic to see how that's being done.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a little magic behind the scenes which we have to look at, and that logic we have to replicate in your test. And we may have to add a couple of setter methods in job seeker that reflect that logic. We'll have to look at that together. I have to go back and refresh my memory on how that's happening.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that later?
I could spend a little time doing it, sure.
Okay. So it sounds like the magic is going to be in one of these controllers, yes?
Yeah, so let me just
Yes. As I'm not being a great help here, I think I will leave.
Okay.
I will try to close the window and see if this keeps on broadcasting, and if so, it keeps on broadcasting, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Patrick,
So
let me grab my
if
water
you need
bottle.
something from me, just say something on the channel and I'll be around, okay?
Okay.
Bye. See you guys.
See you guys. See ya.
Patrick, I'm going to grab my water bottle. I'll be right back.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Let's see. So let's see. That was edit agency people. So I'm going to bet that it's an agency people controller.
It is, yeah. It would be the update action.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay. Let me just look at this real quickly. So if you look at line 24,
Okay.
here, the intermediate table between an agency person and a job seeker is called agency relations.
Okay.
Well, the association is called agency relations.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm assigning to an agency person a new relation which specifies that for this particular agency role, which is job developer, in this case, you can see that in line 22. This particular agency person is associated with this particular job seeker. And that's how it's done. So once we do that, then we have this agency relation model between agency person and job seeker, and it has the ID of the agency person. It has the ID of the agency role, because the role could be job developer or case manager, and it has the ID of the job seeker. So it's a rather complex model, actually.
Okay.
But it's kind of that kind of code is what you're going to have to do or use to assign an agency person to a job seeker in a particular role.
Okay. I'm feeling kind of gratified now because I was reluctant to work on this for a couple of days because I had this feeling that it was really complicated. And yes, it is really complicated.
Yeah, I had to introduce this complex model between the two because an agency person can be associated with a job seeker as a job developer, or a case manager, or both, or the job developer and case manager role for any particular job seeker could be different amongst two different people for the agency, etc. So it's a complicated web that's got to be managed.
Yeah.
End-to-end type thing.
Yeah.
And so hence the agency relations table. So let's see. Agency person. Yeah. So once I assign the agency person to, here we're really just assigning the agency person to the job seeker with the agency person in a particular role. Then we save the agency person, line 37, and that saves both the agency person as well as the agency relation record that joins the two types of people together. Yeah. So what do we want here? We want, well, basically, go ahead.
It looks like we're going to need to grab a role ID and a job seeker ID. We have...
Yeah.
So first of all, this probably is not agency people, but agency relation.
Well, let's see what the job seeker model says, how it's associated with agency relation. Let me look at that. Job seeker has many agency relations. Yep. So, yeah. So you can assign agency relations to job seeker. And it's going to look like